Hello? Is that loud? Is that good? Is it a little loud? I feel like you guys don't want to hear me like heavily breathing, so sorry about that. I know, right? So my tech man is gone for the weekend or for the week, so Emma's back there helping me, and then I'm also kind of trying to figure this out on my own, and I'm very technologically challenged, so bear with me, okay? All right. Well, welcome, guys. How's it going? Good. Well, my name is Ashley. For those of you that might not know me yet, I'm excited and terrified that you guys are all here. But I see a lot of familiar faces, which is cool. Also see some new faces and some faces that maybe look like you're also terrified, so that's great. We're in this together. No need to be nervous. Just breathe. Everyone just take a deep breath, right? This is more for me than you, but so tonight really is meant to be relaxing and refreshing and feel good and not cause you more anxiety or fear. So how many of you guys have actually done yoga before? Oh my gosh, so many of you. That's awesome. But I want you to take everything you think you know about yoga or everything you do know about yoga and just throw it out the window. Because this is different than probably classes you've taken, unless you've taken classes with me. This is holy yoga. So truly, we probably could just call it like, let's stretch and have time with Jesus. But holy yoga just has a way better ring to it. So holy yoga really isn't so much about the yoga or the poses or the postures or anything like that. It's really just about slowing down, about finding a little quiet time in your busy day, about realigning your heart with Jesus. Whether that be praying or just sitting silently, whatever that looks like for you is perfectly okay. So there has been some controversy over Christianity and yoga, and I don't really get it. I hope if you've taken one of my classes, you don't really understand it. But I just want to put it out there that there is only room for one spirit in this place, and it's the Holy Spirit. So that's what it's all about. I'll never lead a class that I haven't prayed over or that I haven't asked God to breathe into. So I just want to put that out there in case you have any anxiety about it or any hesitations about it. My holy yoga journey has been pretty cool. It's definitely brought me closer to Jesus. I use this time as a quiet time on my mat. So I think all of you are absolutely here for a reason. Whatever you need, it's my prayer that you get that tonight. So use this hour to just seek rest, to seek peace, to seek quiet, whatever it is. I believe that God can meet you right where you are. So, again, let's take another deep breath. Maybe smile at someone around you. Ask them how they're doing. We aren't alone. We're in this thing together. This is like a pretty huge class, which is kind of terrifying. But please extend some grace to me as well, because I am not comfortable with public speaking at all. So God's kind of hilarious that he's like, okay, well, you're welcome, that I'm going to give you this little introverted girl a dream to teach, and then all of you guys show up. So thank you. But so tonight's class, I really want to just focus on the idea of stillness. So if you came here looking to get your sweat on, it's probably not going to happen. We live in a world that we don't really know how to be still and just be quiet. Our idea of stillness is at the end of the night when we're sitting on our bed or the couch and scrolling through our phones for an hour and a half. That's not the stillness I'm talking about. I'm talking about disconnecting from all of our devices, disconnecting even from some people, and just finding quiet time on your mat with Jesus in prayer, in meditation. The world tells us that we need to be busy in order to feel important, or our value is measured by how much we're doing. And tonight, I just want you to throw that all out the window. And if you are a busybody and you love moving all the time, tonight's class might be a challenge for you, but that's okay, because I think God sometimes calls us to do things that make us uncomfortable. So I want you to lean into the discomfort. I want you to open your heart, open your mind. If this whole idea is kind of very foreign to you, just embrace it. Let go of your need to control, let go of your need to strive, to do anything. This is just your time, your mat. If you decide you don't want to do any of the poses, you can absolutely lay there for the next hour and without kids touching your face or dogs licking you, whatever it is, you can just lay there for the next hour and do absolutely nothing. And my feelings will not be hurt. I will be honored to be a part of that. So whatever you need, take it tonight. If something hurts, get out of it. If something feels good, stay in it. I really don't care. This is about y'all and Jesus. This has nothing to do with me. But so let's just jump right in. How about we just start laying down? Because I'm in a good mood. And I feel like this has been a very long week. So you can just let your eyes close. Take some deep breaths. Some deep inhale through your nose. Go ahead and sigh that out. So tonight, we're not going to let silence and stillness intimidate us. When your mind starts to wander tonight, because inevitably it will, I just kind of want you to focus on a phrase to repeat, or, you can just whisper Jesus' name to refocus. I use peace be still. It's a good reminder for me why I'm doing what I'm doing. Place your left hand on your belly and your right hand over your heart. And just focus on your breath, letting go of your worries from the day, letting go of your to-do list, anything you walked in the door with. Just let it go. So inhale, filling your belly up with breath, that breath that God put in your lungs. Exhaling, feeling your heartbeat beneath your hand. Just letting His love fill you up from the tip of your toes to the top of your head. And just resting. Take a deep inhale, inhaling hope, exhaling doubt, inhaling peace, and exhaling fear, inhaling stillness, and exhaling the need to strive, inhaling God, and exhaling God. Exodus 14:14. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. So stop striving tonight. Stop fighting the peace that only He can give you, and just spend time being in His presence. When and if you're ready, you can roll over to your side and make your way to a comfortable seated position, or you can stay right there, like I said, for the next hour. Take a deep breath. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. You can sit crisscross applesauce. If that hurts at all, you can come up to your knees, whatever you need tonight. Just open up those hands on your knees. Take a deep breath, sitting up straight. I want you to inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, doing a twist, so taking that right palm to your left knee. The left hand goes back and your gaze goes over your left shoulder. Inhale, take it back to center. Exhale, left hand to right knee. Gaze goes over that right shoulder. That once more. Inhale, lifting up, reaching. Exhale, twist, maybe a little deeper. Go ahead, switch it. Inhaling up, twisting. Go ahead, take it back to center. You can just place those hands on your knees and just begin to roll that neck around. Letting go of all the tension. You can go ahead and reverse it. Inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Take those fingers, interlace them, and then bring that like a little pillow behind your head. And I want you to bring those elbows together and tuck your chin to your chest. Just feeling a stretch all the way down your spine. Inhale, rising up tall. Get really high on those sit bones. We're going to do that one more time. So elbows together, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, rising up. I want you to take that left hand and flex the wrist up, and then take that right ear to right shoulder. So we're not pulling the neck, we're just gently assisting. The stretch really comes from flexing that left arm up. You can give your shoulder a little love. Inhale, lift those arms back up. Flex the right palm down. Left ear to left shoulder. And you can give your right shoulder a little lovin'. Go ahead, release. We can inhale those arms up once more. Float the right arm behind you and the left arm. Just open your chest up. You can let your neck fall back a little bit. Letting go of any tension you're still carrying. Go ahead, inhale, rising up. Exhale, we're just going to fall forward. So reaching those arms as long as they'll go. Walk those hands to the left. Feel that side stretch. Walk the hands back to center and then take it over to the right. Now walk those hands back all the way up. Sitting up straight, rolling the shoulders back. Take a deep breath. We're going to come up to our seated position, tabletop position. So just find your way here, but take your time. Kind of feel your body out. Maybe your hips are tight. Maybe your wrists are sore. Just kind of move around. Whatever feels good for you tonight. It's your freestyle, so take your time. From here, I want you to weave your right arm underneath the left and take your shoulder down to the mat, and your right temple will go down to the mat too for a little shoulder stretch. Breathe into that shoulder. Go ahead, release, rising up. We're going to take the left arm underneath that right shoulder. Left shoulder goes down to your mat. Left temple goes to your mat. Go ahead, rising up. Again, take some time, move around, get comfortable. Spread those fingers wide. Your knees are hip distance apart, so wrists are stacked under the shoulders. Knees are stacked under the hips. I want you to inhale, fill the belly, open the heart, arching that back, or not arching it. Exhale, now you're arching your back. Rounding everything up. Inhale, filling the belly, opening the heart. Exhale, rounding everything up. Do a few more of those with your own breath, your own pace. When you're ready, find a little stillness at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift that right leg up high. Flex that right foot. Take those big toes to the back, or the right big toe to the back of your mat, and just fire back in that heel. You should really feel that stretch in your calf. So drop the big toe to your mat. Just fire your weight into that heel. Breathe. Shift your weight forward, lifting that right leg back up, flexing the foot. You can stay right here if you want to work on your balance. Lift that left arm up. So you're reaching with the left, kicking back with the right. I want you to take that left elbow to right knee, engaging that core. Release it. We're going to do that 2 more times. Squeezing everything, release. Once more. Release. Go ahead, release the left hand down, but keep that right leg up strong. I want you to take that right leg up and over on the left side. We're going to engage that left shoulder, lifting the right arm up. Open the chest, open the heart. Take your right arm toward the stage for a little bit of a side stretch. Go ahead, release the right arm back, right leg back. To your in tabletop, you can shake those hips out. We're going to do that same thing on the left side. So finding tabletop, spreading those fingertips out wide. Lift that left foot up, flexing it. Big toe goes down to your mat. Just fire your weight into that heel. Go ahead, shift that weight forward. Lift that left leg up high. Again, you can stay here if you want to work on your balance. Right arm goes long. A little bit of core work. Take that right elbow to left knee. Tighten. And release. 2 more of those. Release it. Once more. Go ahead, release that right arm. Take that left leg up and over to the right side. And then lifting with the left shoulder. Reaching high, opening up your chest. Take that left arm toward the stage, stretching the side. Go Go ahead and release that left hand back down. Bring your left knee back. Then just take your big toes to touch. Your knees can go as wide as you want and just sink back into your hips. Reach your arms forward. Your forehead can hit your mat. This is child's pose. This is a restful pose. Whenever you want to go to this, feel free. You can make a little pillow with your hands for your forehead. Whatever feels good for you. Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exhausted in the earth. You know, no matter how crazy this world gets, God's still in control. When he tells you to be still and know that he's God, he's reminding us of who he is, what he can do, and what he's already done. So let go of that control that we cling to and just be still. When you're ready, you can make your way back to tabletop. We're going to tuck those toes and send our hips up and back for our first down dog. So take some time getting here, bending your right leg, bending your left leg, finding a little length in those hamstrings. They're probably tight from a long day. Be gentle. Spread those fingertips wide, melting your heart down toward your mat. And just breathe, letting all the tension out of your neck. Go ahead, take your gaze in between those hands and just gently step or walk your right leg forward and your left to follow. And then you can just hang heavy over your feet. Again, releasing all the tension from your neck. You can grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Inhale, take those fingertips to your shins or your thighs, flattening the back, opening the heart for a halfway lift. Exhale, let it all go. Take a deep bend of the knee, swinging the arms all the way up. And exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Keep the arms up at the top. Take that right foot, cross it over the left, grabbing that left wrist, getting a little side stretch. Whatever side y'all want to go looks great. Inhale, lifting back up. Go ahead, switch feet. So left crosses over the right. We grab our right wrist with our left hand and just stretching that right side body. Go ahead, release it. You can release those arms down, kind of shake them away from you. Root down on all four corners of those feet. Rolling the shoulders away from your ears. Just opening up your hands, closing your eyes. This is mountain pose. Those feet should be about hip distance apart. You're using your outer muscles and kind of feeling them turn inward. So this is an active stretch, but roll your shoulders away from your ears. Open the palms. You can just let your eyes close. Take a minute. And just breathe.
God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. With no point of reference, you spoke to the dark and fleshed out the wonder of life. And as you speak,
Inhale, lift those arms all the way up. Take those hands to prayer, and we're going to exhale and fold all the way down, planting our hands and stepping back to a high plank, or if you need to modify it, you can take your knees to the ground. Wrists should be underneath the shoulders, and from here I just want you to slowly and controlled roll all the way down to your belly and tuck those toes. Make sure the fingertips are underneath the shoulders. You're going to engage that low back, and we're just going to inhale, rise up. You should feel that in your low back. Exhale, lower it down. We're going to do that one more time. So inhale, rising up. If you want to make sure you're using your back, you can lift those fingers up. Go ahead, lower it down. Push yourself back up to tabletop. Tuck those toes back to down dog. So again, down dog. Your legs are straight, but you have a slight bend of the knee. Fingertips are spread wide. Your heart's melting toward your mat. And your neck has no tension. From here, I want you to lift that right leg up. Go ahead, bend that right knee and open the hip. You can take some ankle rolls here. Take your gaze in between those hands and gently step or assist that right leg right in between. Kind of firmly plant that left hand on your mat as you reach up with the right. So a little bit of a twist action. You guys look awesome. Go ahead, release that down. You can release your knee to your mat and your foot. From here, for a little hip flexor stretch, we're just going to inhale and rise up, sinking down into our hips. You should really feel that. You can also take those hands to your thigh, whatever feels good for you. Take those arms out to center, and we're just going to open them up. So opening up toward that right knee. Or left, whatever works, it's fine. We'll figure it out by the end of the semester, I swear. Go ahead, release those hands back down. We're going to walk the hands backward as we straighten that right foot and just gently fold over. This is a good hamstring stretch. So we're not dumping back into our left leg, we're just gently stretching. Stretch that out. Walk those hands forward. Sink the hip a little lower. Walk the hands back once more. Straighten that right leg. Gently folding. Go ahead, walk the hand forward once more. We're going to engage that left foot, rising it up again, and then just taking a little hop or a step so it's firmly planted on your mat. Inhale, we're going to rise up for our warrior. So find a little strength here. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. From here, I want that back foot to be about a 90-degree angle. The front foot would go directly in the middle of the back foot if there was a string attached to it. Go ahead, release those arms down. Palms can face up. Your gaze goes over those front fingers. You guys look fierce. Inhale, we're going to reach up and over that left side. for our reverse warrior. Take it back to center. From here, you can wind all the way down till your fingertips touch, or take that right elbow to your right thigh and reach up with the left arm. Whatever feels good for you. Take that left arm toward the stage. Inhale, rising all the way up. Straighten that front foot. I want you to pretend like you have like a platter on your hand and you're just going to lean forward and wind all the way down. Your fingertips might touch the ground, they might not. That's perfectly okay, wherever you are. Inhaling, rising back up tall, shoulders away from the ears. We're going to reach up and over with that left side. Exhale, wind the hands all the way down. You can just step that right foot back to meet the left. Big toes come together. Knees go apart, and you just sink back for your child's pose. So again, let your forehead hit the mat. Find some rest here.
like you would again 100 billion times. And what magic could amount to your desire? You're the one who never leaves the one behind.
Psalm 62:5. For God alone, O my soul, wait in silence, for my hope is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation, my fortress. I shall not be shaken. So I just encourage you to not let the world become such a distraction that it drowns out the only voice that you really do need to hear. No, God's still speaking during the silence, and only he can refresh your soul. So just find a little stillness here.
Every single lie that tells me I will never measure love. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And
When you're ready, go ahead, come back up to tabletop, or you can stay right there. Tuck those toes, send the hips back for down dog. So melting your heart toward your mat.
what you say of me,
Lift that left leg up high. Go ahead, bend that left knee, opening up the hip. You're kind of opening everything up. Take some rolls of the ankle here. Take your gaze to in between those hands, and again, step where you can assist it forward. Plant that right hand down firm. We're going to reach up with the left arm. Bring that left arm toward the stage. Go ahead, release the left hand down. You can release the right knee, the right foot. Here we're going to do our little hip stretch, so you can just rise up, sinking into that hip flexor. Hurts so good. Opening those arms up, we're going to twist toward that left knee.
taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your
Go ahead, release it. Release the hands down. We're going to straighten that left leg as we walk the hands back.
high, baby, failure, God.
Gently folding. Walk the hands forward once more. Sink down a little lower into that hip. Really feel that stretch. Carry a ton of tension in our hip. Again, begin to walk the hands back as you straighten that left leg, gently folding over. Slowly walk the hands back. We're going to unhook that right foot, pop it up until you're standing firmly on that right foot. When you're ready, engage that core and just sweep the arms all the way up for a warrior. Shoulders away from the ears. Take that back foot about 90 degrees. Then opening up the arms, opening the palms. Gaze is over those left fingers. Inhale, lift up and over toward that right side. Take it back to center. Again, we're going to wind all the way down, or you can take that left elbow to left thigh, reaching up with the right arm. Bring that right arm toward the stage. Feel that side stretch. Inhale, rising all the way up. Straighten that left leg. We're going to kind of bow forward, winding back down, opening everything up. Inhale, rising back up tall, then reverse it. So take that left arm over the right leg. Go ahead, wind those hands all the way down. We're going to bring our right foot to meet our left. Just gently hop or step, and then just let it hang. Let gravity kind of do its thing. Letting go of all the tension in your neck. Slowly, I want you to roll up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the other, letting your neck be the last thing to come up. Shrug the shoulders away from your ears. From here, we're going to do a little balancing. So I want you to root down all four corners of that left foot. We're going to work on our tree pose. So you can take that right foot and bend it up anywhere on your body, or if you're having a hard time finding balance, that's perfectly okay. You can keep that right foot planted on your mat, or you can use your partner, whatever works. So just taking that right foot, it can go anywhere on that left leg if you're finding some balance, just not on the knee. And if you're ready, you can take your arms to heart center, have them wide open. If you're feeling really crazy, you can bring them up, be a tree, move them around. It helps to focus on something not moving, so feel free not to look at me. Just find some strength in this pose. Go ahead, release that right foot. We're going to kind of take it wide, so open up that left arm. We're really working on our balance tonight. Try and cross it over to that left side. Opening the right arm. Fall out of it, that's perfectly okay. Go ahead, release it, shake it out. Woo! All right, we're going to do the same thing on that right side. So rooting down all four corners of that foot like it's not going anywhere. And again, just take that left foot, put it somewhere on the inside of that left leg, or you can keep it right here on your mat, wherever you are. Focus on stillness. opening that left leg up. Right arm goes wide, a little bit of a balance. If you need a friend, just grab them, take them down with you. We're all in this together. Go ahead, cross it over if you're feeling wild tonight. Go ahead and release, shake it out, shake it out. Good job, guys. So now I just want you to take like a step the length of your mat. So if you want to face this way, you can face this way, or if you want to look at each other, you can do that. But we're just taking a big wide step. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold all the way down. Let the top of your head go toward the ground so you're not keeping any tension in your neck. You need to begin to walk those hands toward the left side as you bend that left knee, so it's a little bit of a lunge stretch. You can go down as far as you want. Go ahead and walk those hands back up to center. Take them over to the right side. Walk those hands back to center. Heel toe the feet until they're about hip distance apart. I want you to sink down into a little bit of a yoga squat. So it might be up here, it might be a little lower, wherever you are. Just feel that in your hips. So you could be right here, and that's perfectly okay. If you want to get a little lower, get a little lower. And just breathe. And go ahead and release those knees down to your mat. Slowly find your way into child's pose. Sinking the hips back, reaching the arms forward, letting your forehead hit your mat. Just breathing. Ecclesiastes 3:7. A time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak. So tonight, use this time for silence, for stillness. Remembering that if you're having a hard time focusing, all it takes is a whisper of his name. And lift your palms up as an act of worship, whatever feels right for you tonight. When you're ready, you can make your way up to seated position. Your knees bent in front of you. Take those arms up. I need to inhale and focus on rolling one vertebrae down at a time. So we're not just plopping down, we're taking our time. Really controlled. Reaching the arms up overhead. Taking a deep breath. I'm going to bring both of those knees into your chest. You can grab opposite elbows, kind of shake side to side. Massaging that low spine. Let your left leg go long. Bring the right knee into the chest. Give it a good squeeze. that right leg more toward your armpit, so opening it up a little bit. Take that left arm long beside you, keeping that left shoulder planted. Really open that right leg up. So feeling that stretch in your hip. Your left arm, grab the outside of that right knee. Right arm goes long, your right arm stays planted. Keep that shoulder glued to your mat. Then take that right leg over to the left side. So a twist. Bring that knee back into your chest. Give it a good squeeze. Go ahead and send it long to meet the left. Need to bend that right knee into your chest. Focus on that tightness you feel in your hip. Maybe go a little past your comfort point. And breathe. Take that left knee toward your armpit. Squeeze it in. Right arm goes long beside you and really open that left leg up. Grab the outside of that knee with your right hand. The left arm goes long. Left shoulder stays glued to your mat, and then cross that left leg over your right. Breathing. Go ahead, bring that left knee back into your chest. Bring the right to meet it. Grab opposite elbows. Make yourself as small as possible. So maybe lift up your neck a little bit. Your gaze goes in between your knees. Give yourself a good squeeze. Go ahead, release your neck back down. I want you to take your index and middle finger and grab your big toes. Open the hips up so your elbows are on the inside of your knees. Opening it up. This is called Happy Baby. Just rock yourself back and forth like a happy baby. Super simple. And you guys all look super cool. Just breathe. Try and enjoy the moment. Don't take yourself too serious. And go ahead, release those feet back down to your mat. You're going to bring those feet together, so the bottoms of the feet go together, so you're opening up for a little bit of a butterfly. Let your hips open up, let your knees open up, and just feel this stretch. The higher up your feet are, the harder it's going to be. And just breathe. Bring those knees back together. Take your left arm or left leg long, right leg long. Get your heels to touch, then you can just open up the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Give a really big stretch, kind of like you're either going to bed or waking up for the day. Bring the arms down to your side. You can open the palms up, however you want to close this out. So this is your rest time, your quiet time. This is the most important part of the whole class. This is where you get to rest and put into practice the verses we went through, the stillness. Might feel like wasted time, but I promise you it's not. This is being obedient. Use this time to talk to God or maybe just to listen to God, but don't wish the quiet away. Really embrace it. I also think that the power of touch is incredibly powerful. So myself and Kirsten, if you'd like, are going to be walking around with some essential oils, and we'll just give you a light little rub. But if you don't want to, that's perfectly okay. Just let us know, or you can cross your arms over your chest. But you'll know when we're around you, so just let us know.
My heart as stone, clouds raging deep within. The Prince of Peace came bursting through the wind. The violent sky held its breath, and in your light I found rest. Tearing through the night, riding on the storm, staring down the fire. My eyes found yours, shining like the sun, striding through my fear. The Prince of Peace met me there. You heard my prayer. Hope like the sun, light piercing through the dark. The Prince of Peace came, broke into my heart. The violent cross, the empty grave, and in your light I found grace. Tearing through the night, riding on the storm, staring down the fire. My eyes found yours, shining like the sun.
you can begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring a little awareness back to your body. Move that jaw around. When and if you're ready, you can come on up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, I just want you to inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Get a good reach. Bring those hands to prayer and take those hands to your forehead. Dear Lord, I just ask that you help us be still throughout our week, to let go of the need to control, to not strive to be so busy that we lose sight of you and the importance of just finding some stillness with you. Take those hands to your eyes. Lord, help us to see stillness as an act of obedience, not as laziness or wasting time, but something that you call us to do. Take those hands to your lips. Lord, teach us to just simply whisper your name when we're feeling overwhelmed or busy, knowing that something that simple can bring you even closer toward us. Bring those hands to your heart. Lord, we just ask for the desire to come before you each day, to open our hearts to whatever it is you have to offer, to rest in your promises, to trust that you have a plan for us and that you love us and that we are all fearfully and wonderfully made. Lord, I thank you for each and every person that showed up tonight through their discomfort or maybe unsureness of what this was about, and I just pray that they continue to draw closer to you each and every day. Lord, we just pray that when people see us, they begin to see you more. When they hear us, they hear you more. And that the more they get to know us, the more they know who you are. That your light just shines out of each and every one of us and pours out into everyone that we come into contact with. Lord, I thank you for this night. I thank you for all these amazing people. I pray for safety traveling home. And it's in your perfect and holy name. Amen. Well, hopefully you guys aren't sleeping, but if you are, that's okay. I like to give a little homework each week. So your homework for this week is to make stillness and quiet time a priority every single day. It's going to be hard, and it might just be 2 minutes for some of you, but that's okay. 2 minutes is better than no minutes. So maybe it's in the morning or the afternoon or the night, whenever it is. That's perfectly okay. Just make it happen. I'd love to hear from some of you guys throughout the week, or if you have any prayer requests, you can come and talk to me after. But actually, if you guys don't mind, I think it'd be kind of cool to get a picture because this is a lot of people. So if you will, come up here before you take off, or if you have to leave, feel free to leave. But otherwise, come up here, or if not, I'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.